Welcome to your piano lesson. If you're here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch an introduction video of the channel. I'm leaving the link in the description below. If you like the content of my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm aiming to publish 2 weekly tutorials. Now let's dive into the lesson. Today I want to introduce another 7th chord. I want to open the doors to a 7th that we build up on a minor chord. And I want to start using the 7th also on the chord that we use on the 2nd. So the 2nd, that is a minor chord, this time with the 7th. The chord progression that we are going to discover and to use today is the one 1st, 6th, 2nd with the 7th, and 5th, the dominant, also with the 7th. If you have watched the previous tutorials, you should know that in one of the tutorials I have explained how to finally start using the 7th chord on the 5th, so the dominant 7th. Today indeed we are simply adding the one on the 2nd. Still working in C major, it means that we are going to play C major, the 1st, A minor, the 6th, obviously simple as a normal triad, then D minor, the 2nd, but this time with the 7th, and the G, the 5th, the G major 7th, the dominant 7th. Let's dive into the lesson to understand in practice what I mean and what has to be done. And indeed, confirming that we are still working in C major, the chords are, as I said, the C major, the A minor, the D minor, and the G major. Obviously this is now a completely new position that I'm using on the left side, to start also moving a little bit more the bass. But remember that if you want, you can use the very simple position that I explained when I introduced for the first time the D minor. You can use indeed the 2nd finger on the C, 4th on the A, thumb on the D, little finger on the G. This is to keep the 4 notes of the bass that we need, C, A, D and G, under control with a simple 5 fingers position. If you feel much more confident, you can do exactly this. Probably to help everybody, let's start anyways, let's use the simple one. So if you're confident enough, you can use the other one. As usual, I am using the 3 different positions. So I start from the root position, then from the 1st inversion, and from the 2nd inversion. And let's see how it goes with the first one, starting in root position, the C major in root position. Obviously, finally, things are becoming much more exciting and interesting. Let's try to understand what I have done. Because let's also clarify that the D minor 7th would be this one. This is the D minor 7th, having the 4 notes, one after the other one, respecting the principle of the several position of the thirds. 1st, 3rd, 2nd, and 3rd. And this is the chord in the easy form. In the way I've played now, it appeared in this way. But why? Let's try to understand. I have the D here, I don't want to repeat it here. The C obviously might be here, okay? But why not here? Because we can have of every single chord many different positions. Indeed, this one would be the D minor 7th in root position, D minor 7th in 1st inversion, D minor 7th in 2nd inversion, D minor 7th in 3rd inversion. The point is that we don't need always all of them. And some of them can be omitted, but in this case it's not even omitted because it's in the left, and in this case I've simply used the 4 notes, giving 1 to the bass and the remaining 3 to the right. And this is the way it looks like, because if I take the D here, you see clearly the D minor. The D is here, the C from here went down. And why also this position? Another reason is that I have respected the principle of not moving that much, moving just when is really needed. Let's analyze indeed one by one the chords. I start from the C, to go to the A minor, I confirm C and E, and I move the G up to the A. This is clear because I think that has been used and overused. Now I need the D minor. D minor is made of D, F, A and C. The D is this. A is already there, and I hold it down. I move the E up to the F, and the C is the 7th that was also there. So the only note of the right that I move is the E. Let's repeat again, look. From A minor I simply do this. Bass up and the E goes to the F. And this is D minor 7th. It's quite fascinating, isn't it? And now you should know that the G7th will need G, B, D and F. And from here, what do? I simply take the bass down to the G, then one of the notes that I mentioned is F, but F is already down. What do? I simply take the C and the A and I move them down to G and B. This one would be the closest position of the G7th, obviously omitting the D, because as I mentioned in that tutorial where I explained for the first time the G7th, so the dominant 7th, we can omit the 5th of the chord. This is the 5th of the G major 7th. Here we are. You can play and let people understand and yourself understand that this is a G7th, even if it's without the D, in something that is done and overdone. And now let's repeat again, slowly, slowly. I have done C major, A minor, D minor, 7th, and G 7th. Let's go now to the first inversion. It would be principle is identical. From C major in first inversion to A minor, I simply move the G up in the right and G, obviously the bass goes down to the A. Now, D minor 7th is made of D, F, A and C. If the bass goes up to the D, I have already A and C down. I simply move the thumb up to the F, and this is D 7th, D minor 7th. And then I need now G major 7th, made of G, B, D, F. F is already here, I hold it down, I anchor, pin the F and move the A and the C down to G and B. And here we are. Here, this is the chord progression. And let's now enjoy the start from the second inversion. Let's analyze. From C, the second inversion, to A minor, as you know, that's all I have to do. G up to the A. Now, D minor, what did we say? That is made of D, F, A and C. The bass goes up to the D from A minor. I have already A and C. I simply move the E up to the F. And this is the position of the D minor 7th. And I need the G dominant, so the 7th, G7th, is made of G, B, D and F. Hold the F down, bass goes down, these two notes go down to G and B. As you can see, without the T, as we said. Let's play it again. Giving a little bit of rhythm to all of them, we can do. Starting from the first inversion. Starting from the second inversion. I really hope you have enjoyed, you've understood everything. Feel free to comment to let me know if there is anything that you didn't get, if you want a slower explanation. I would be happy to help. I really hope you have enjoyed the lesson, that you are appreciating me going on and not only publishing the videos where I talk about the 4 basic chords. I keep doing because I notice that there are students in need of guidance and need to feel a little bit more confident than to do everything by themselves. But I also know that there are students that understood everything and that are really in need of making some new step. That's why at some point, let's make the point of the situation, I have introduced the usage of the second that today has been elaborated even more, then the chord on the third that will be elaborated in the future. Then I spoke about indeed the seventh, the dominant 7th, and today finally also the 7th that we build up on the second, on the chord that we use on the second, so D minor 7th in this case. I really hope you are enjoying the lessons, that you are understanding everything and you are finding the songs using these specific chord progressions. Feel free to comment, let me know how things are going. If it's the first time you're landing on my channel thanks to this video, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one. All the best.